entitled husband abandons me and our child after pressuring me to have kids, then expected me to care for him when he got sick. The day my husband and I got married, he started pressuring me to become a mother. He knew I never wanted kids, and though he initially said he was okay with this, the day he got back from our honeymoon, it's like he flipped a switch. He started telling me he'd never be happy with a woman who refused her natural instincts. I had just lost my baby nephew less than 3 months ago, and I think he used my grief to convince me that having my own little kid would bring back some of the joy that my nephew gave me. And because of that, and because of how much I loved him too, I gave in and agreed to have one child. He was overjoyed at first. During the start of the pregnancy, he was smiling ear to ear, telling me my motherly instincts would kick in, and in a few years I'd be happy he pressured me so much. But then 4 months in, something happened. We were told that our son would come out with Down syndrome. I gasped, and when I looked over, I saw my husband staring intently. That night, I tried to convince him to terminate it. I had barely agreed to raise a neurotypical child. I couldn't handle a kid with Down syndrome. I was not that strong. But my husband refused to budge. He said kids with Down syndrome are a blessing, and if I was willing to throw away our son because of a minor disability, I wasn't a person he was proud to call his wife. Those words stung. They stung so much I agreed to give birth. Throughout the rest of the pregnancy, he assured me he would be there for me and our kid the whole time. He promised to pick up extra shifts, attend classes, take courses, all the works. And for the first year or so, he did. He was really the perfect father, changing diapers, babysitting, cooking for the 3 of us. I thought maybe we could make it work. But then time went on, and our son showed slower signs of mental development to other kids. That's when my husband started slowly drifting. At first, it was small stuff. He'd skip a therapy session here and there, blaming work stress. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I knew Danny's care could be exhausting. Still, each absence stung because deep down, I felt he'd pressured me into something neither of us was truly ready for. Soon those absences piled up. One missed therapy session turned into 2 or 3. Then eventually he stopped coming altogether. The weight of Danny's daily routine, appointments, therapies, special education fell entirely onto me. My husband grew distant, staying late at work, leaving me alone to juggle everything. At first I resented it. I'd never signed up for this, yet here I was, handling it all alone. Then came the night that shattered any illusions I had left. Danny was 4 years old, and we were practicing some basic words when suddenly he started violently shaking and fell backward onto the carpet. His eyes rolled back, his body stiffening in seizure. I called my husband repeatedly, panicking. No answer. Frantic, I rushed Danny to the ER, clutching his tiny hand, terrified I'd lose him. My husband showed up hours later, annoyed at the inconvenience. Watching him stand there coldly, I realized clearly how alone Danny and I were. I felt betrayed. I'd never wanted any of this, yet I had stepped up, while the one who made all the promises abandoned us. Things only worsened after that night. My husband stopped pretending entirely. He'd silently watch TV, disconnected from Danny's life. I was the one comforting Danny through nightmares, struggling alongside him in speech therapy, quietly proud when he learned a new word or skill. Despite never imagining myself as a mom, I found myself becoming fiercely protective of my son. Danny and I bonded deeply, almost defiantly, through our shared isolation. The breaking point came at Danny's kindergarten graduation. My husband hadn't attended any meetings or therapy sessions in years, but there he stood on stage, smiling broadly, telling our friends and family how proud he was. People praised him, patting his back, congratulating his supposed dedication. Meanwhile, I sat stunned, holding Danny's small hand tightly. Later that night, I heard quiet crying from Danny's room. He looked up at me, eyes red, and whispered, "Dad doesn't care." My heart shattered. Holding him close, I realized how fiercely I loved this little boy I once didn't want, and I knew we couldn't continue living like this. 2 months later, during another serious health scare, my husband finally said what he'd been hiding. Sitting by Danny's hospital bed, he bluntly admitted he never accepted Danny's condition and couldn't keep pretending. That night, he packed and left, leaving Danny and me alone. It hurt deeply, but strangely, it felt like a relief. 3 years passed. Danny grew happier, healthier, and more confident. Then unexpectedly, I got a call late one evening. My ex had been badly injured in a car accident, temporarily unable to care for himself. He asked me if he could move back in with me for a while, just until he got back on his feet, and I don't know why, but I said yes. Full story linked below.